Hey everyone, it's Andy Zitzmann, founder of the GAMETIME Movement, where I'm on a mission to helping you and 1 million other people step up your game. In this short 3 to 5 minutes every day, I'm going to provide you with inspiration, motivation, and empowering information so that you can wake up, have a little pick-me-up, get fired up so that you step up on a daily basis. So get ready, because it's time, it's your time, it's game time. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Andy Zitzmann and welcome to today's show. Today and over the next 4 days after, we are about to go through a really cool experience with a book called The 4 Agreements. And that book is by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's I'll have it on the show notes on the website, GAMETIMEmovement.com/podcast. Go to the website, check out the show notes. For the title of the show will be The 4 Agreements, and you can check out this book. And I'll take you through each of these 4 agreements over the next 4 days. And so I'm excited about this because, I met my fiance, Leanna Pickens. And when I met her, we started out, we were in a long distance relationship. And I'll tell you, it was the first really mature, in-depth relationship I had been in. I thought I had been in great relationships in the past, or good relationships, but Leanna just changed the game completely. And I'll tell you, I knew I had the right one. I knew I had the right one when she told me that I will not date you or be with you until you read this book. And so she forced me to read this book. And I'll tell you, I'm so happy I did, because Leanna lives these principles, the 4 agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements. She lives these principles. I have the book right here, okay? And the title of the book is The 4 Agreements. The subtitle is A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom. A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom. So honey, if you're watching, I love you. I appreciate you so much. And I just thank you for living these principles and sharing it with me. So everyone out there, I want you to think about this for a second. Personal freedom, right? A lot of you that are listening and watching to this podcast, are looking for ways to step up your game, get fired up, right? Perhaps have financial freedom, perhaps have time freedom, perhaps have freedom in your health in other areas. But I will promise you this. I promise you this. No matter what you get from anyone out there, whatever you go out there to learn, to grow, to invest in, to get, whatever it is, it's not going to matter. It's never going to be enough. Never, ever going to be enough until you can truly have personal freedom. And so here I am talking to you about this. And I'm not going to be one of these people that sits up here and says, you know what? I've mastered personal freedom. I do it perfectly every day. No, in fact, I love to quote Vince Lombardi. Frank, if you're watching, this one's for you. But Vince says, right, strive for perfection, knowing you'll catch excellence. And so personal freedom, it's a journey. It's something that must be practiced with intention, with consciousness, each and every day. I was in, where was I? I was in St. Martin. And the pool guy that was cleaning the pool at the place we were staying, I looked at him and I saw an inner peace and a happiness in him that was unmatched by almost anyone I've ever met in my life. And I got to know this gentleman over the week that I was there, and I would talk to him more and more. And I saw that he had personal freedom. And here I am, I'm in the corporate world making hundreds of thousands. I'm miserable. I'm a drug addict, yet to go to rehab. And I'm looking at this guy going, I don't get it. How does this guy who lives in a third world country, has nothing in terms of material things, how is it that this guy is happier than me? And that's when the light bulb went on for me. Unfortunately for me, I didn't take action right away. But I'll tell you this, in watching that man operate and listening to his words of wisdom, he had figured out something that I didn't have, which was personal freedom, happiness, fulfillment. So, don't get me wrong. I am all about going out and stepping up and getting things and accomplishing things and living our dreams, our goals, and all those things. But at the end of the day, none of it will ever be enough until we accomplish and start to work on our personal freedom. So over the next 4 days, we are going to go through a journey of personal freedom. And I will tell you, I promise you this, I highly encourage you, if you are watching this or listening to this, go get the book, The 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz, The 4 Agreements. I'll have a link in the show notes. Go get the book. If you've read it, go back and read it again. This is a book that you must read over and over again because it's a daily practice. And those 4 agreements are this. It's very simple. Not easy, but it's simple. Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions. And number 4, always do your best. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. So here's what's going to happen if you actually do this. If you read this book, if you start to practice these 4 agreements, here's what will happen, and I promise you this. You will, 1, develop a relationship with yourself, a commitment to yourself at a level you have never been before. And you will realize that these levels, that these agreements, these commitments will have levels. And as you start to go through the journey, they get deeper and deeper and deeper and more meaningful and more powerful. And they will absolutely set you free. You will have personal freedom. And in having personal freedom, in committing to ourselves, to work on ourselves, we can truly be free. We can truly be happy and fulfilled each and every day, no matter where we are. So this book, it's so powerful. The 4 agreements. We're going to take you through a journey. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be real clear and real honest. I read this book and I started making tremendous progress. I used to run in the morning and I would say it out loud in my mantra. I'd say, Andy, today I will practice the 4 agreements. I'll be impeccable with my word. I won't make any assumptions. I won't take anything personally, and I'll always do my best. And I'd repeat it over and over and over, and I'd get fired up, and I was really living these principles. And then I'll tell you what, when Leanna and I moved in together, I kind of forgot. And I started to regress. But because I had the book, because I knew the principles, I was able to go back immediately, get back on track, and start working it. And the fact that I'm with a woman that lives these principles, and that I can now look at other people and see if they're living these principles or not, and I can either, 1, help them to live them, or 2, make a decision, do I really want those people in my life or not? But I'll tell you, knowing these principles, working these principles, and truly making a commitment to myself to help me gain personal freedom has changed my life. It's taken it to a whole different level in terms of my relationship with myself, my relationship with my fiance, my lovely Leanna, my future wife, and my relationship to the world, to truly understand that personal freedom is where happiness and fulfillment happens. So, let's get ready to go on this journey. The 4 agreements over the next 4 days. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about being impeccable with our word. It's time. It's your time to develop your process for personal freedom. The 4 agreements will get you there. It's game time. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for stepping up your game. Here's what you can do to spread the movement. Go to GAMETIMEMovement.com and be sure to share your game time moment of the day, your GMOTD, so that others will feel compelled to share their game time moments too. And if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, and please be so kind to leave a rating and review so that we can reach 1 million people and encourage them to step up their game too. This is Andy Zitzmann, reminding you, it's your time, it's game time. Till next time.